For those of you who have seen It's a Wonderful Life before, you know what a special and heartwarming movie that it is. It makes you think about your own life and all of the people that you are surrounded by. If you haven't seen it, this movie was filmed and released in 1946 by Frank Capra. Jimmy Stewart plays George Bailey, the lead man. Donna Reed plays Mary, his love interest. And they go through George Bailey's whole life throughout the movie to kind of give you a background of all these little things that he did that add up to what would have happened if he wasn't alive. So if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest that you do. So why am I talking about It's a Wonderful Life? Growing up, after our family would decorate the Christmas tree, we would sit down and watch the movie every year. It was always a little weird that we would sit down and watch a black and white movie from the 40s, but it was just something that we did, and we learned to love it and really hold a special place in our hearts for that movie. As we've gotten older, we've brought the tradition to our own families, and it's still a big center of Christmas for our family unit. So this summer, my sister went to a wedding in the Finger Lakes, and she sent us a message saying she saw an ad for the 75th anniversary celebration of It's a Wonderful Life in Seneca Falls. Why Seneca Falls? So the main town in It's a Wonderful Life was Bedford Falls, and it has been said that Seneca Falls and Bedford Falls are based on each other. So we decided to go up there as a family for a weekend in December and see what it was all about. I'm gonna be honest, I had no clue what to expect. We took the 5-hour drive up and we were just hoping for the best. My parents rented an Airbnb called Hibiscus Lodge on the lake. Right on Seneca Lake. And I mean, I just have to say it was one of the most beautiful places that we've stayed in. It fit our family perfectly. It was my parents, my husband and I, and our daughter, my sister, her husband, their son, and my brother. And it was just enough to fit us all. My favorite part about it was the sunsets and just watching it and just enjoying it. So I'll show you a little bit of that. Our family is definitely one of those families that runs 5Ks on Thanksgiving morning. So yes, we are that family. So what would it be without going on a getaway, without running a 5K? The It's a Wonderful Run 5K was on Saturday. We got up there Friday and we went into Seneca Falls town, which was about 20 minutes from where we were staying in our Airbnb. And we were awed at how awesome the town came together and just made you feel like you were in the real Bedford Falls. So Seneca Falls has about 5,000 people living in it, and this weekend basically doubles their population. So it was really interesting to see how well they handled it and all of the cool activities that they had for the families and people who were visiting for this special weekend. We went to dinner Friday night at one of the restaurants on the main street. Then we went and picked up our bibs, and there was a little town center area that had a huge bonfire, a beautiful Christmas tree, music. It really made you feel like you were in the middle of a Hallmark movie. There was a lot of celebrating to be happening. Now, in addition to the weekend we were going up there for, what is the Finger Lakes known for. They're known for wine. They have some great breweries up there. On our way up, we stopped at the Finger Lakes Cider House, which was a great little spot, very close to Seneca Lake. And we got some lunch, and Mark had a few ciders. They even had some non-alcoholic ciders for me to try. On Saturday, Mark and I went out and explored. We stopped at the Goats Brewing, which had some beautiful views and, again, some really good local beers that they made. It was a cute little place for us to have one of their famous sandwiches and Mark to sip on some beers. The winery that we stopped at was the Lamaro Winery. Again, it had a beautiful view of Seneca Lake, and they seemed to be heavy on the Riesling. I personally, when I am drinking, am more of a dry fan. Mark really likes Rieslings, and they had some really good dry Rieslings that he was able to try. So if you are in the area, I would definitely recommend stopping there for a really nice tasting. The bartender was amazing. She explained everything to us very thoroughly, and Mark really enjoyed the tasting. The run started at 4:40 on Saturday. So we headed into town at about 3:45, found a spot, and kind of just walked around for a little bit. The run started on the bridge, which, if you've seen It's a Wonderful Life, is a big point in the movie. There is a few pictures that I have of the bridge and a few videos of us on the bridge. So it was really cool to kind of just be a part of that and feel the energy of that.
Welcome everyone to Bedford.
Also, to start the race off, they had a special guest, Zuzu, Zuzu's Petals, you would understand if you saw the movie. And she started the race. It was a great race, a 5K. Like I said, the town only has about 5,000 people, and running through it was just such great energy and spirit from those who are the locals. It was really cool. Some stops, probably about every half a mile, there was a fireball shot spot. Santa was giving out Jello shots. It was just overall a fun time. Obviously, I wasn't able to participate in any of the drinking aspect, but watching everybody just smiling and having a blast was the best part of the run. Coming into the finish line, it started downpouring as soon as I got there, so we had to head back quickly to the house afterwards, but it was one of the most fun runs that I've done.
Time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings!
And there's the second cue.
The last thing that I want to talk about is some of the things that the town did to make it really feel like you were in Bedford Falls. There was the famous welcome to Bedford Falls sign on a house in the area. One of the bars changed into Martini's bar. There was a Bailey's Loan and Company in one of the houses. Also, they really talked about the bridge that George Bailey was on when he met Clarence. And the backstory to that, which I included a little picture that was on the bridge of a man that actually unfortunately lost his life to save another man's life. So that was just really interesting that the movie really came to life while we were experiencing the town. They also have the Seneca Falls Museum the It's a Wonderful Life Museum, and there was a lot of different relics from the movie and a lot of different information that you could find about the movie and about the whole cast. So to finish this up, if you are an It's a Wonderful Life fan, I would highly recommend to go and check out Seneca Falls next year or the year after. They do this every year. We just so happened to go this year because it was the 75th anniversary. It was truly a magical weekend. We had a great time with our family. We made so many great memories, and they really did run such a smooth weekend of events. We didn't participate in the screenings of It's a Wonderful Life, but it was playing all weekend long at different theaters in the town, and there was different special events. On Saturday, they also had a parade. It included a lot of the characters in it, Mr. Potter, George Bailey. It was just a really great weekend. So if you are in the area of the Finger Lakes, I would highly recommend checking this weekend out with your family in the near future. Thanks for listening. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and follow for more tips and tricks in our family life.